Recording. Hello. So if you don't know, my name is Nora Owings. I am the projects coordinator here at CAPO. The ROC lead, Caleb Green, is actually on paternity leave right now. So that's why you have me taking over for the PIT this year. And today we are going over the, did my screen stop sharing? Are we still good?
Yeah, we're good.
Looks good.
It doesn't have the green outline anymore. So if something weird happens, let me know. So we're here to look over the command center today. And so that is for organization leads, region leads who need access to reporting, who need to be able to add users and to create teams in there. So if you are not one of those people, you're more than welcome to keep watching this, but you probably don't need to be here for an hour. And then can I also have everyone write in the chat their name, email, and what county or organization that you work with? If you're not part of the ROC, can you put the county? Because that will help me with where I put you in the command center when I put your email in there. And I will also put my email in the chat as well. So today we're going to be going over the command center, logging in, finding your county, setting up your team, and the deployment center, fixing errors if some of your volunteers are out in the field and they realize they put the wrong age or name, etc. You can go in the command center and fix that for them. And then also running reports. Just FYI, since it's not open yet, since the PIT app isn't open yet, we can't actually run reports on the data because there's no data in there, but I'll show you where to go. Any questions before we get started? Cool. So I put in the chat the command center link, and I'll do it again just for the folks that hopped in a little later. So this is the command center. It is different than the Counting Us app. You can have the app on your phone or on the desktop, but it does use the same login information. Oh, sorry, my cat is also here today, so he might bother us a little bit. But for your login for the app, you can also use it for the command center. And then if you don't remember what you put in, you can always do the forgot password. And that's what I did the first time because I couldn't remember who had created my account so long ago. So I'm going to just log in right now. And it's being a little funky, but when you first log in, it's going to pop up. It's this demonstration data store. And you're going to be like, what the heck? There's nothing in here. So you actually have to physically go into the top up here and change it to OR 505, the Oregon Balance of State. And then it will open up all of our previous PIT counts. You can see that they're locked. And then also click on the 2022 point in time count. And at first, you're going to see just a summary. And since it's closed, these are all the practice ones that I've done with the app training and just like random ones that I've tried to figure out. Just so you know, we do have the key for the app. So you can go in now and practice and it won't count towards the app. So if you just want to get in there and kind of figure it out, I'll put that in the chat in a second. Okay, sorry, someone DM'd me, so I want to make sure there wasn't any questions. And then from here, you'll have the responses, and then you can also go to the list. And then you can send the details in there. And so let's say that someone called and said, oh no, I think I messed up. So you can either go and find it in here. These are the ones that I've done, but that's kind of confusing. So the list option is also really great because it breaks it down into age, gender, race, etc. And then you can also, if you know the name like Jane Doe, oh, maybe I didn't have one. Let's just say J. And so these are all the ones that have Jane Doe. And so they know that it's Jane Doe female and it was by Nora Owings, and I put some notes in there so we know it's this one. So you open this little icon over here, and then this is where the full survey is, and it also has who submitted it, so who's on your team that submitted it, when they sent it, and it also has a special response ID and also what type of survey it was. So if it was like the sheltered count, or if it was the observation count, it'll say up here. And then let's say that they got the age wrong. So they were actually 25. So we'd update that and then go back down here and click 25 and then hit save. And then it'll say success up there. And then you can also make sure that's the right location. So before I move on, any questions about logging in, accessing it in general, or changing responses? Thank you, Corey.
Hi, Nora. So I can see the access code in there, but I used that. I kind of missed a little bit of what you said in the beginning, so I might have missed this part. I used that yesterday when we did the other training. And so I had a login, but it won't let me log in here. It says you've not been granted access. So how do I?
So I need a list. I only have like 10 people in the ROC that are like the pit leads. So I need the pit leads to tell me who to give access to. So that's why I had everyone put their email in the chat. So email, organization, and county if you can, because then I can give you access to this.
Got it. And I'm guessing Beth, I don't see her in here. I don't know if I can see everybody, but if Beth Beth Parker Hidalgo does not have access already, she will probably need it. So do you want me to put her info in as well? She's also for Curry County.
Yes, okay. That would be great.
I'm gonna do that too.
Right now, I mostly just have direct access with all of our community action agencies that are with the ROC. So all of you wonderful volunteers that are helping them with the pit, I don't know you yet. So I just need you folks to let me know that, hey, I need access to this command center.
Okay.
Thank you. Any more questions? Okay, so the next thing is, so this account I made for, as I'm just like a user. So I can't add a user, but I can add users. So just let me know if there's a user that you need me to add. And then that is where, if you would be in here. So look, I've got Brian in here, I've got Corey, most of the folks that are on this call. And so if you want to break out into teams, so let's just say I'm going to pick on Benton County. And just FYI, we are in the middle of fixing some map issues on the back end. So it might look a little funny, but we're going to be fixing it this week. So right now, I only have one user connected to Benton County who's working on here. Census tracts, you don't really need to know about that. It's more for sampling. And I have also put the geography in. So it is just the county. Again, ignore the orange stuff that has to do with sampling. And you don't need to worry about it unless you're in our meeting tomorrow. And if you're in our meeting tomorrow or not in our meeting tomorrow, you probably don't need to worry about it. And then here are users. So the folks that are in here already. It looks like I have just added Mark. I haven't used added anyone else. Sorry, this is my cat Ozzy, and he's very excited to be here today. And so in here is where you can add different teams. So if you have 5 teams going out in Benton County, you can say team 1. And then team 2. And this is where, when your volunteers start creating Counting Us accounts, that is where you'll be able to place them into these teams as well. So you can go in and add, let's say, oh, we haven't added anyone else, so it'll just be Mark in team 1 right now. And click that. And so Mark is in team 2. And then you can also change your colors if you would like to. You can put goals. So if you want to have like 10 folks for Benton County, or car quota is if you have a few folks, or how many cars are going to be out with the different teams. And then the deployment center is if you have a group in Benton County, but everyone is going to meet at, let's say, I don't know, the OSU library. You would put OSU library, and then you put the address of that, and then you would update it, and then everyone that's in this area would know that is where we're supposed to meet at, the deployment center. So it's pretty simple once you get in there, and it's pretty user friendly. Like I said, we're having a few issues on the back end, so it might be a little slow. One thing that I do request is please don't edit your geography. That is something on my end. So I'm tracking all of the counties and census data. So please don't change that. And let's see, if we go back to summary, I can't find the report. Oh, here we go. So in responses, you will also be able to run reports. And so it's under responses, you click reports, and then if you just want, let's just do unsheltered, and or if there's any, like if you want to run a housing project or a youth project, I don't think we're doing youth projects, but and there's nothing in here right now because we haven't submitted any official data. But then you can also break it up by geographies. So if you just want Coos County data, that is where you would put the county. And we will talk a little bit more about the sampling and all that stuff once we have information in, and we'll let you know which one. If you have any questions about if you want to run it with sampling or if you want to run it with just the demographic information, you can do that. Right now, it's not officially set up yet. And honestly, that's pretty much it. It's really simple. Like I said, once you get in there and play around, you'll see that, you know, if you go to Columbia County, you'll also have the geography, and then you can, if you want to look at previous data, you can upload it as well if you are just interested in what happened before to help plan for your volunteers. Because we can say like, okay, in 2020, oh, of course, it's like I said, it's being a little funny. So it's like in 2020, we had 250 people here. So we probably need to send a solid group of folks to this area, but we only had one survey in this area. So maybe we don't need to do that. So it's really helpful for planning as well. And again, the sampling folks, we'll talk about this a little bit more tomorrow, but for the folks that aren't sampling, we're letting you do your thing and plan how you need to. That is kind of everything that I had for today, because it's pretty easy once you hop in there. But does anyone have any questions? I'll stop sharing. No questions? You guys are experts?
I don't have access right now.
Elisa, you said you don't have access?
Yeah, Elisa from the Columbia Community Action Council, and then I sent you in the chat that Kenny LaPointe and Harold Nisham should have access to.
Okay, awesome.
And I'll probably have questions once I have access. Sorry, Nora.
Oh, no, it's totally
Yeah.
fine. I tried to get as many folks in there, but like I said, it's been a rough road trying to set everything up this year for some reason.
Oh, it always is. Welcome to the pit. We appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate all of you. And like I put my email in there, I'm going to put it in again one more time. I will download the chat, so I'll have everyone's information. caporegon.org. So if you get off this call and are like, what the heck, I have no idea what that woman said, just shoot me an email. Or if you still don't have access, I mean, I'll go through the chat, but if you're still having issues with access, let me know. Or just general questions. I might not be able to answer all of them, but I can usually figure out someone who has the answer.
Nora, is there like a how-to guide within the Simtac, like within the app, once we have access to the command center, just so we can?
It's not within the app, but Simtech has a pretty robust like Q&A section. So I can send that if you'd like.
Yeah, the main thing I want to be able to do is sort of assign my different teams to different areas within our region and get that all mapped out. So I think I'll need some support on doing that.
Yeah, I just want to let you know, well, you can actually create new teams as well. So if you, right now I can't because I'm not on my, here, I'll log out. So you should be able to go into here and go to regions, and you can probably add another one that says like Baker 1 or and then break it out more. But I think you can also do that within the regional geography with the teams. That is just a little bit more detailed than I know of right now because I'm also new to this. Thank you, Corey, for throwing that in the chat.
No problem.
But I will look more into that and see if I can find anything in the SimTech instructions as well. Because the thing is, it's really cool that we can create all of these teams, and we have the it's broken up into counties, but it's a little finicky sometimes breaking it up even more. That's what I found, but maybe I'm just doing it wrong. So we can figure that out if you're having issues. Cool.
Yeah, if you get instructions, send them out to all of us just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll also look through here and add everyone in. Just FYI, I probably won't get that done today. Hoping tomorrow afternoon, nothing gets scheduled and I can kind of dig into this. So Friday afternoon is when I'm going to say I'll do this.
And you said that there was a key that you would send out for us to practice on the app?
Yes, and Corey sent that in there. Let me see if I can send it again. And then whoever is your main like rock connection, they should also have a volunteer kit that I sent out to them yesterday that has this and how to download the Counting Us app and how to access it. And so I just say if you have questions about the app, you can join us at our next training for the app, which is, let's see, it's on Tuesday, the 11th at 1 p.m. And we have one a week up until the pit. And I think the last week we have 2 trainings. So also in the chat, if you are not invited to any of the app trainings and want to, write that in the chat and I can send that to you. Okay, folks, if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to give you 40 minutes back.
Thanks, Nora.
Of course. And like I said, don't hesitate to email me. We're all learning this together.
Appreciate it, Nora.
Yeah. Awesome. Bye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Bye, thanks.